we're gonna do right here is go back, way back.
It's the Goin Way Back Show with Money B. Classic hip hop, raw and uncut.
It's the Going Way Back Show with Money B, your home for classic hip hop, raw and uncut. And today is a very special day, a very special show, because today, September 10th, 2020, we are celebrating the life, the times, the birthday of the legendary, the one and only Teezy. Happy birthday, Teezy, and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here celebrating my 21st birthday.
I was going to say, how does it feel to finally turn 21?
It feels great. It feels amazing. Now I can go into a club without using a fake ID.
They still gonna card you. They still gonna card you. And
Right.
anybody that follows us or follows me or Teezy on Instagram, they know that you got so many birthday well wishes, and we haven't even checked the Facebook. So I'm sure you want to thank the people out there for even thinking about you on your birthday.
Of course, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has sent out a birthday shout out. Those who have cashed at me, and if you see down below, that's my cash app. If you want to send me a virtual drink, I would greatly appreciate that. And everyone who sent a text or a call or sent gifts, I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much, you guys. I really do appreciate it. This man has always
Yeah.
made my
So
birthdays very special. So thank you.
before we get started, Teezy, I'm gonna reiterate, you know, here with the Going Way Back show, for especially Virgo season, Teezy's a Virgo, she's all the way Virgo, and she claims that I'm half Virgo because I'm on the last day. So in about 2 more weeks, we're gonna do the same thing. But as you can see, Teezy has a cash app, so if you want to send her a virtual drink for a birthday, because that's what we're gonna be doing all weekend, celebrating, then feel free to hit her. And that's $ Teezy10, and have a drink, a virtual drink with Teezy. Moving right along,
I just want to
we
say
talk about,
a special shout out goes to Marco. Thank you very much for sending me that virtual drink. He said, "Forget a drink. Here's some money for a bottle." So once we
yeah,
get that bottle, we'll take that shot and send it to you. So thank you very much, Marco of Albuquerque.
word up. I mean, and while we're talking about bottles and whatnot, as you can see, you know, Teezy is my special guest for today, but Teezy is the special guest every week. She's always, she runs the show. So you finally get to see her face live and direct, because she's always behind the boards, never showing her face. Next week, we'll go back as scheduled. Our guest will be none other than Mellow Man Ace. He has a new album. Actually, I'm featured on the album. We just did a video last week, and hopefully it'll be out. Hopefully by next week he'll let us know when everything's gonna drop. But
What's the
I'm
name of the song?
excited. It's called Cash App Me $1. It's Cash App $1. It's called $1. And he's Cash App $1. But what I'm really excited for with Mellow Man Ace is he actually gave Teezy a real bottle of his new wine. His line is called Havana Wines. He's Cuban, but this is Mellow Merlot. This is Mellow Merlot. He's got the Moscato, so he's definitely gonna tell us. We're gonna have this with special dinner tonight. But
Wait, wait,
Mellow.
wait. We got to get into the dinner. What's on the menu tonight?
Oh, on the menu. So I'll be chefing it up for Teezy. As soon as we get done with this, we're gonna. I got the roasted crab going. I got the linguine with clams and buttercream garlic sauce with shaved asparagus. I'm about to hook it up for the girl. She deserves it. She works hard. She does a lot. She makes sure this thing runs smoothly. So I just wanted to jump on and let everybody, shout her out. Shout out to all the other Virgos. Carlin, are you a Virgo?
Yes,
It's
she's a
called a
Virgo.
Virgo.
Yes.
Yeah, Virgo's in the building, and other notable Virgos in hip hop, Ludacris, your guy Nas is a Virgo.
And my
Um,
girl B, but she's R&B, but yeah.
Beyonce, she hip hop because she married to hip hop. She married to the game. You know what I'm saying? Dougie Fresh is a Virgo. Almost the entire Digital Underground. Shock G is a Virgo. Cletus Mack is a Virgo. Dialect HD, one of our members and one of our DJs is a Virgo. Young
Young
Hump
Hump.
is a Virgo. Shout out Young Hump. His birthday is next week, actually. Um, it's next Wednesday. It's the day before we come on. So I might even have Young Hump hop in so we can wish him a happy birthday as well. Don't forget, send Time TG that drink so we can get it in.
Cash at
Um,
me. $ time TZ10. Cash
yep,
at me. I will definitely send you a personal shout out with me taking a shot. So send me a virtual drink.
yeah,
I can hit you guys up.
for sure. And speaking of guests, so my guest next week is Mellow Man Ace. And the following week, I believe I will be joined by none other than the Sugar Hill Gang. That's
Ooh.
right, Master G. Um, of course, rest in peace, Hank, Big Bang Hank. And, but the crew is going to join me. That'll be the following Thursday, which would be the 24th, I believe. So we got some great shows coming up.
Well,
Of
I have a
course, you see
question.
me rocking.
I have a
Sure,
question.
sure,
Okay,
sure.
so you just recently did a video shoot, and being that it's in the middle of a pandemic, do you want to share with our audience how the experience was during the pandemic and shooting a video?
Yeah, of course. When you're shooting a video, there's no other way around. You have to be around the camera crew. You have extras, dancers, models, people that bring props and whatnot. So I believe the studio, I forget what the name is. I think it's called Tiger Lab Studios. Shout out to them in the Valley, Van Nuys. And I think they did as well as they could with kind of being safe. When we walk through the door, they take everybody's temperature. Obviously, I had the entire family. It was me, Todd Teezy, Young Puda in the building. Um, Teezy and Puda kept their mask on the entire time. And I seen a lot of people in the building keeping their mask on the entire time. Pretty much we all kept our distance. I think all of the people that were operating cameras for the most part, I think a lot of them were wearing gloves. Tanya, you were more observant. So Tease, tell me what you saw, because I was a lot of it in the moment, especially when I'm shooting the scene, because, we have to get into the character of the song. But from your perspective, Teasy, what did you see?
I will say that management was very hospitable. They made sure
Mm-hmm.
that everything was clean. They also made sure that Puda and I was basically taken care of because he had his little Nintendo Switch thing, and it was like, "Oh, you can play this." But for the most part, the the cast and the crew, they all kept their mask on. Everybody was pretty safe. We had our hand sanitizer. They offered waters and everything because that day was like 117 degrees out there. And so it was really safe. Everybody, I will say that it was a great production, and the facilities was very nice. So it was a good video shoot.
And Tantese, I always ask all my guests, so I have to ask you, what's your whole feeling or vibe right now of dealing with this whole pandemic thing? Like share with the people how you've been handling it, what's great about it, what really sucks about it for you, and just how it's changed the way you've been conducting everything that you do up to
Okay,
this point.
so the first thing I will say what sucks is that we are not able to travel like we normally travel to see our family. That kind of sucks. How we've been keeping safe is we don't throw any gatherings at the house, and if we do, which was for Puda's birthday, our son's birthday, it was a small crowd. Um, when we go out to go grocery shopping or just to run regular errands, we make sure when we come in, we wash our hands. Luckily, we have a sink in our garage that we wash our hands at, and we basically just get undressed. Um, but for the most part, if we do go out, we make sure we have our mask on. So keep your mask on. Um, and when we bring our groceries in, we don't put the groceries in bags on the counters. We put them on the floor and we just wipe everything down before we put our groceries in the refrigerator, which we should have been doing in the first place anyway, now that I'm thinking back on it. But but for the most part, me being a Virgo, very observant, very just detailed. I just make sure everything is straight. Even while you was at the video shoot, I made sure that anybody that wanted to shake your hand, which was fine, I had the hand sanitizer right there. Anybody that wanted to reach in with me, I gave them the elbow. So I wasn't playing that. And then anybody that was playing with Puda, I made sure he didn't come in contact with anybody, and if anybody touched anything of his that he was playing with, I did have my Lysol wipes at handy to wipe anything down. Shout out to everybody that was there because I was
And
not
I
playing.
think it might have been lost in the comments that you made, but I don't think y'all heard. She said we when we come home, basically I got to get butt naked every time I come from outside.
Yes. So when he
Take
walks in
everything
from
off.
outside,
Yes, sir.
any of us, whenever, except for Puda for the most part, because he doesn't really, if we go out and run an errand, he doesn't do what we do. So for the most part, if Ronnie comes in, or
Right.
excuse me, comes in, he's coming in with his boxers on. If I come in, I'm coming in with my thong on or whatever. So we're luckily when we come in, the washing machine is right there, so we throw our clothes inside of the washing machine. So that's how we stay safe and stay away from the Rona. And even our son, I think you should share the experience you had with Puda using the bathroom at the facility.
Oh yeah, so we had the video shoot, and I guess his mama told him well because he had to use the bathroom before we left to drive home, right? And he goes in and he's like, for one, he's not touching anything. He does his thing, but then when he gets done, he's like, Dad, you can flush it. You flush it. And I was like, all right, cool. Then he gets to the sink. He just holds his hand under the soap dispenser. Like I'm not even touching the soap dispenser. I gotta press that for him. And he just the whole trip to the bathroom, he didn't touch anything because he's like, I don't want. He called it the Rona. I don't want the Rona. I'm not getting the Rona.
Even when we go out to run errands, he'll say something like, I don't want to go outside with the Rona. So that's
He's
basically
conditioned.
our pandemic COVID-19 Corona experience for the year 2020. So thank you guys for listening, and thank you guys for tuning in on my special birthday
Well,
episode.
I was just gonna say, everybody's in the room. Shout out to cousin Ralph. I see you, Todd, and Christine, and Derek Mallory with all my shirts in the
Right.
building. But
You're banned for
if
the rest of the year, Derek. You're banned.
if
No
you
more.
guys, if any of you guys have questions for Todd Teezy, because she always takes your questions for the guests, but since she's the special guest, I'm pretty sure some things that you want to know, maybe that Todd Teezy knows behind the scene, maybe who her favorite guest that we've ever had on the show was,
Are my
who's the
least favorite.
nicest, who was the least favorite. I think I know who that is. But if you guys want to know, definitely leave a comment, and I'm sure she's happy to answer that question. While we wait, Todd Teasy, I mean, as you can see, I am wearing the Money Being Young Hump 49ers edition t-shirt with the Digital Underground hat, of course, sponsored by dmerch.com and 9teeshiphop.com. where you get your officially licensed digital underground and 90s classic artist hip hop merchandise. But as I say that, your birthday is always right around the time with football season starting. And you know how, you and I both are fans of the NFL and fans of the 49ers, but just I don't think I've ever even asked you, like, how does football season starting around your birthday every year? How does that does it affect the way you prepare for your birthday or prepare for the season? Or are you like, okay, I gotta make sure you just like, man, fuck, it's happening at the same time.
Um, Honestly, because I love you so much,
Honestly.
Money B. I love football season because
Mm-hmm.
that's the time that we actually come together and enjoy a common interest between you and I, which is football. Because during the football season, that's our day. Thursday, Monday, Sunday, Monday, we get together, eat good food, and just enjoy the game. Whereas outside of football season, even during basketball, you're busy doing your thing. So that's when you're able to slow down and relax and enjoy something that we both have in common. So I don't mind it at all. I love going to the games. I love just having the football atmosphere here at home with us and our son. So I love it. I love when it comes around. I love the only thing I don't like about it, if I can say what I don't like, is that
Sure.
the fantasy football thing, like all of that. That's just, oh, I gotta get on. I have to pick my players. I don't like all of that. I don't like when, oh, I gotta set my teams and all of that. No, I just like when we come together and watch the game and have fun and enjoy good food and laugh and joke and rewind a scene that we thought was hella hilarious or whatever. So I love it, but
Well,
fantasy football is just a small amount. Just as like a small little thing that I can say that I don't like. And whoever's saying Raider Nation, are you going to Vegas where the epicenter of Corona is, Derek Mallory? Are you going? You and your Raiders?
I don't even see that. Mine's got to. I think I got to update my thing. I don't see it. But if you're a Raider fan, I know Ralph. You're an Eagles fan. Um, Carlin, I don't know what you are.
Carlin is
Everybody
a
else,
fan. There's a question
she's
here.
a what?
Carlin's a LA fan, but there's a question. Who was the least
Rams.
guest since that's on your? Okay, so my least favorite guest was someone. I'm not gonna say their name. Honestly, I'm not gonna say their name. Give you guys some hints
Why not?
because
Okay.
it's fine if I give hints, and then you guys can come back to this page and leave a comment and say who you think it is, and then I'll respond back yes or no. It was during this year, the pandemic, and
Oh,
he actually, if
surprise.
you go to our homepage, he's on the homepage, and he was talking about how he doesn't do this and he doesn't do that, and he was late to the live show. So if you guys know, leave a comment and I'll say yes or no. But
You know
he
who I
was my
thought?
least favorite virtual guest.
Okay.
I have a least favorite in-house
All
guest.
the time. Yeah, when we used to do in-house
What was his name? I didn't like him.
Avion Crockett.
Yeah, I didn't like
Avion
him.
Crockett.
Yeah, no.
And actually, if you want to see the Avion Crockett interview, I believe it's on the channel. It's in the Going Way Back show, archived interviews from like 2016 or something like that when we were at another studio, at a
T
studio that we
Radio
used to work
V.
out of.
T Radio V.
T Radio V. That's right. Yeah, that was it. And yeah, I think Avion Crockett got on her last nerve. So give me one or two of your most favorite interviews in studio and virtual, since we've been doing it since the pandemic, and tell us why.
Um, okay, so let me think back in house. I would have to say Rodney O. He was also a guest at T Radio V. Um, he just cool, down to earth, just cool person. Um, so I gave you my least favorite in house. Um, my favorite virtual interview was I'm gonna mess his last name up, Eric Sherman. Sherman?
Hmm.
Because he was able to
Eric
hold
Sermon.
him. He was able to hold the interview, and you guys went back and forth really well. And he was a good, he was a good sport when it came to the game.
Oh yeah, I think always one of my favorites is gonna be Big Daddy Kane. Just because that's my guy like that.
Okay, so Spirit Wonder was asking, "Oh yeah, Big Daddy came too because we share the same birthday. Happy birthday!"
Oh, it
Um,
is Kane's birthday. I gotta hit him up. You just reminded me.
Spirit
Virgo.
Spirit Wonder was asking what was wrong with Afreon. He just wasn't, being that he was a comedian. He didn't know how to read a room, and I would have to say that his jokes didn't land. Like he had, that's what I would have to say. It's just
She's like, bro, you're not funny. She didn't get his jokes.
no, it's not that I didn't get him. I wasn't trying to catch him.
Uh-oh. Take that,
So
Avion Crockett. I'm trying to think what was my least favorite interview.
I don't
I
think
know
you had a
I've had one.
least favorite.
I've had to out of many, many years. Maybe I'll get back to that. And you speak of we spoke about Rodney O. He was at the video shoot we just did, and that video we had with Rodney O at T Radio V was about 6 years ago. So I told him, I was like, I think it's about time to come back around because Rodney O, he always got something popping. He's promoting shows if he's not doing a solo album. I think he had a new song he put out recently, and
He
he's
did
just
say
a
that.
like Teezy said, he's a cool dude,
Yeah,
and
he's
he just
just
always
really
got
down
something
to
going.
earth. He's just down to earth.
So he's family. We've
Shout out to Spirit Wonder. His birthday is, or I'm sorry if you're a female. Their birthday is on the 13th, so happy birthday.
Virgos in the house. Um, so I know you talking about the football thing, but the NBA. How do you feel about the NBA still going on while football is about to start? Some people was like, yeah, we got sports, but I kind of think like it's getting in the way a little bit.
I actually think that people are starting to think that it's okay to go out in the world now that the sports are going on. But
Mm,
I'm not mad at basketball. At least they seem like they have the tightest precautions when it comes to the COVID, in staying in the bubble. But I do feel for their family, especially if they are in the finals right now. But
right.
I think they're doing the right thing. But didn't basketball always overlap with another sport, just like baseball? So it doesn't really matter.
Well, the start of basketball overlapped with football in like October ish, but we never really got involved with basketball until usually like like Christmas is when officially people start paying attention to it. So when basketball ends this year, I think the finals are going to be into next month, and then they're going to start right back. I think at the top of I don't know. It's like a real short break. But speaking about the COVID and being precautious in the bubble, there's a cat that plays for the Miami Heat. he just got quarantined or sent home or something for catching COVID. I think he was in the bubble. He did something. I didn't get the full story. I just heard it in my peripheral as I was moving around today. But if you guys know anything about that, share with us. Which is crazy because I'm thinking you in the bubble, you get tested. Like, how could you? Unless you snuck somebody in there that wasn't supposed to be there. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. So both of us doing what we do. I haven't been able to pay super attention to everything that's going on. But I say that. But what I'm saying that to say, being that NBA is kind of confined in arenas and arenas with no people. Like with the NFL, all of these players, it's three times more people, if not four or five, and they all get to go home. Like there's no bubble. So we're trusting 21, 22, 23, 24, 25-year olds to be responsible out in the world, unsupervised, and be like, hey, be safe because this league and this season kind of counts on you being responsible. And just think about these NBA players in a confined space are still trying to sneak people in. Imagine if you could just do what you want. I'm not so sure that I hope I'm wrong, but I'm not sure. I'm not so sure that the NFL season will even finish because if not, unlike baseball, because they play on different days, so teams can have off. In the NFL, it's only 16 weeks, and they all play within 2 days, and they need that 6 days rest or 7 days rest to get their bodies ready to play again. So if there's an outbreak on a team and they have to miss a game, it'll disrupt the whole season. And I'm just fearful. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I'm real fearful that that could happen. Your thoughts? Sure. Ah, always keeping the show rocking. Sure. Okay. Well, there's the cue. We just sure. Yeah, she needs drinks. Appreciate it. And then as always, the show is entirely sponsored by dmerch.com and 19hiphop.com where you can get your officially licensed digital underground merchandise. And I wonder why my chat thing ain't rocking. I can't. Can you hear? Can I hear you or no? Can you guys hear Tati? Say no or thumbs down if you can't. Uh-oh. Can you hear me? If you can or if you can't, I just want to say, we appreciate you guys as being, just tuning in and hanging out with us and being a part of the Going Way Back Show family. Shout out to DJ always, and make sure you check him out. He has a new West Coast West Coast Mix Show on the Beast, the Beast Radio.com. It's a hip hop internet radio station. You can also hear the Going Way Back Show archive podcast, just the podcast. So if you missed, like years ago, we had some great guests like Chuck D and Flavor Flav and W Fresh and Milk D and the Lady of Rage and whatnot. Go back and hear some of those old podcast versions of the show when we first started. You can hear that on thebeastradio.com. Go to the station and you can check the schedule, see when we're on. DJ Always also has his DJ Always West Coast Mix show that comes on every Wednesday. So tap in with that. Look for us very soon. Sure. Word. After this weekend, I'll do double time on the Peloton bike. Make sure next week, Mellow Man Ace with Havana Wines, a new single, $1 feature. Word. So good looking. We got to get booking so I can start cooking. You feel me? So look for Mellow Man Ace, and after that, Sugar Hill Gang. But always look for myself and Teezy. We always gonna be in the house. We appreciate everybody. Make sure you subscribe to if you haven't already to the Going Back Show. Make sure you click the bell notification so you can know when we're jumping on. Follow us on Instagram at MoneyD69 at time_Teezy. Send that drink, cash out, $time Teezy 10. Jump on that Peloton, and we'll get back with you, man. We're about to enjoy the rest of this weekend and week celebrating Time Teezy and all the Virgos in the entire world, especially the hip hop Virgos. Happy birthday, Big Daddy Kane in the house. And until next time, people, Time Teezy, let them know. Be easy is what she said. Man.
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back.
It's the Goin Way Back Show with Money B. Classic hip hop, raw and uncut.